I've been kind of gardening intermittently for many years. I'm definitely not an expert. I'd still say I'm kind of beginner to intermediate. And in the past, I haven't been real successful because it seems like critters want my garden even more than I do. So this year I tried something different, and we started out with just a little part of this area, and I did greens only, so nothing would get ripe to tempt the squirrels to come eat it. And that went pretty well. I actually had enough greens to do all our salads for as long as the garden lasted. It was great. So we decided to do it again, but this year we have a new problem. If you want to put the camera over that way, that is the new problem. We have a dog who loves vegetables. And she was the first one to get to taste the broccoli that I grew this year. And in fact, she got most of it. She's a broccoli, carrot, you name it, vegetable loving dog. So we had to come up with something different. And last weekend, my husband and I were in a place called Cedar Key, and we happened upon their community garden lot. And in that lot, we saw all these raised beds that were on legs, just like this one you see right here. So we decided to make our own. So that's been our project this weekend. It's almost done. As you can see, it's got legs, sides. We've covered the sides of the wood with plastic to keep them from rotting. And then on the bottom, we have layers of stuff to keep it from falling through, and then your fabric made for drainage. So we're going to fill that with soil soon and add all the vegetables. And I'm going to post some pictures that show all the different stages of building this thing, so you can kind of get more of an idea. But if you want to watch along with me, and I'll do this again when I plant something and get it going, and we'll see how it goes. So this is my garden.
Compost.
Oh, and we also are doing something else new this year, as my husband just pointed out to me. I've decided to try my hand at composting. It's a bit of an experiment because I have no experience whatsoever, but I read a bunch about it online, and they say 1 part green stuff to 3 parts dry. So that's what I'm trying. We've done all our excess veggies because we eat lots of veggies around here, salads almost every day, and I always hate throwing away the ends of the onions and everything you come up with. So this has stuff like onion parts, broccoli parts, a little bit of eggshells, and we tried some coffee grounds with the filter that threw a bunch of leaves and a little bit more green grass in that we happen to have from yard waste. And we've only been a week, a little less than a week, and I've turned it a few times. We'll see how it goes. That's it. This is how we started the project, with a simple frame. Of course, this is upside down, and we placed it on those little concrete squares so it wouldn't sink into the soil. Here we added another board to make the sides a little higher, and of course the support boards across the bottom of the frame. And then of course we flipped it over, so here it is in its normal position. As you can see, my husband added even more supports to the bottom. And then after the first rainstorm that we had, he went back and again added even more because he was really worried about the whole thing collapsing, which fortunately it hasn't done. This picture shows the galvanized garden mesh that we put on the bottom, again as a sort of support for the whole thing. Here you can see the plastic sheeting we put all along the sides. The main purpose of this is simply to keep the treated wood from leaching out into the soil and contaminating it. The final layer is the garden fabric, which keeps the soil in but allows the water to drain through. Here's another view with Jim showing off our almost finished project. And here he adds a few more boards to keep the plastic from blowing around. Now all we need is some dirt and we will be in business.